Hello, Christina Resso. Thanks for tuning into this video, and I hope you all are doing well. Happy Monday to each and every one of you. And down here in the South, we're getting some not super frigid temperatures, but we got a lot of a cold front winter storm watch ahead and within the next 2 days. So keep us in your prayers, and hopefully, not only here but nationwide, that this storm doesn't affect us as it did a couple of years ago. Don't forget to like, share the video with your friends. And when you do subscribe, you get the notification to whenever I upload videos for Rumble and YouTube in particular. Now, I rarely hear stories about this gentleman, and because you rarely hear about him. He's a conservative brother. Um, well, maybe I don't know about calling him brother. I don't know if he's a Christian or not, so maybe I should reserve that brother part. He's a conservative that currently lives in Washington, D.C. with his own business, and he's originally from Chicago, as I am. And he goes by the name, his name is, excuse me, Gianno Caldwell. Sharp, articulate, uh, good looking fella, very articulate. He not only has his own business, but from time to time you'll see him on Fox, like a Fox slash Fox analysis or some type of contributor. But I haven't seen him in a while. But I guess if you go back and watch a few videos that he um, he did as far as videos, he also has a book, taking conservatism for granted or something like that. I never read the book and got around to it. So if you're interested, you can check that out. Just look up his name, and of course, for the title, it will be posted in the title of this video, so you can easily type his name the way he spells it. So he got into some conflict in a Miami restaurant, and talk about discrimination to the core. Since the Jim Crow South, since we're in the southern region, this fella happened to be discriminated against based on his political views. I don't know it now. You can go back and read over it. I'm sure it's on Fox. It's definitely on Daily Wire. You can probably look it up on news about, just type in his name, and he's discriminated against based on his political views. But another unique thing about this fella, he happens to be Black American. So two things that will ostracize you and you get persecuted besides globally being a Christian is being um, a non-white person, especially a Black person. I guess Hispanics and Latinos go through this too. Being a conservative. I've done videos about women of the View calling Black conservative names, to Sonny Homestead saying Black Republicanism is an oxymoron, to Joy Behar, specifically, and all of the View attacking Kim Klacik. Uh, the list just goes on and on. So, of course, they weren't going to mention the race because they didn't want to look bad. I mean, liberals have a way of hiding their bias, and they've been doing that since for a long time. And if you really want to see how liberals really expose themselves, Malcolm X, not that I'm a follower of his, a lot of disagreements on not only his theology, but about brotherhood and his not sharing love as other civil rights leaders like Medgar Evers and Dr. King and others shared. He was all about the fists, along with these so-called militant Black Power people. So I'm not really into Malcolm X like that, but I did agree with him when he made his speech about liberals and the protection of certain marginalized groups, not female, women who are in marginalized groups in particular. So those are the only stance that he talked about that I really agreed on. Okay. So he did ask, Gianno did ask, why are you saying I should leave? And she said, you are a conservative, one of the servers said. Didn't mention her name. And he answered, and he told her about his book. And she said, well, no, we don't feel comfortable with you being here. I mean, this is just blatant discrimination to the core. Jesse Lee Peterson went through the same thing when he was at the gym. He was ostracized. His political group. I've views. I mean, I'm sure the list just goes on and on. Okay. And I'm sure if you recognize anybody, uh, people could recognize me here and they can see me in a different town or state or city and point to me and call me out, and I can get ostracized myself. So we have to be safe out here, and it's a shame that despite of our First Amendment rights as citizens in this country, yet you still have people that wants to bully you in some. Well, I mean, you see what's been happening, or what has happened to the MAGA people. Is not don't you dare wear a MAGA hat. I mean, people really get physically assaulted if they wear that. So, uh, it's a shame. So, just follow up on that story about Gianno. I think the actual debate was with what's that guy from Turkey? He's part of the Young Turks too. Hassan's Pike or somebody like that. He that was my last, and that's really when I heard about it. He also when he debated Jesse Lee, it wasn't really a debate with Jesse Lee Peterson because he mopped him for that hour. So he couldn't stand up against Jesse Lee Peterson. But I did see that's my only time, really hearing about this fella. He has a podcast and coming up. Liberals like along with people like Destiny and others, that like to challenge Black conservatives in particular, and think talking fast like Ben Shapiro makes them intelligent, but it really doesn't. So that's all I have for you this evening. Again, with this storm watch that's happening, I do intend to stay indoors with some heat and have a bite and probably uh, watch some additional podcasts and watch out for the message from my employer and see if we have to go in tomorrow. Okay, this is Christina Red Soul. Pray for our nation, our brothers and sisters under the persecuted church in Jesus Christ. And as I've said recently, God bless you, keep you, and may his light shine upon you. And I'll talk to you as soon as God wills it.